you, everybody. And as Steve said, we're honored to be a part of this. The Wilf family, our ownership of the Minnesota Vikings, this is truly deeply personal to them as sons of Holocaust survivors. And battling injustice and anti-Semitism everywhere is something that's critical to them as an ownership and us as a Minnesota Vikings organization. Our players are proud to invest in the work that the JCRC is doing around Holocaust and genocide education and curriculum standards in Minnesota, and being a part of this special experience here today. So I know it's very important that everyone wants to get out and start seeing and experiencing this special journey today, but did want to introduce Vikings place kicker Greg Joseph just for a couple words from our team here. Greg, thanks for being here, and maybe you can share just a little bit with the group here today about your own personal background and connections.
Sure. So hi guys, my name is Greg Joseph. I'm the place kicker for the Minnesota Vikings. Very appreciative of everyone being here and you guys having us, so thank you for that. I was originally born in Johannesburg, South Africa, to a Jewish family. My whole family is Jewish, raised in a Jewish community, moved to Florida when I was young, and was raised in a Jewish day school. So it was one of the best ways that I could envision growing up for myself and my family. The values it instilled in me, the relationships built, and the support system I have is something I'll never forget and never take for granted. And yeah, it's just something that is near and dear to my heart. I love learning about history, so this obviously goes hand in hand. And just seeing how many people I've met in different cities, different teams that I've played on, and we're just connected by one thing, and that's religion, and the closeness it brings us and the authenticity of the relationship, it further backs the values that I learned and further backs how proud I am to be Jewish and the family I'm from and the places that I'm from. But yeah, so I can't wait to meet as many of you as I possibly can. Can't wait to learn from you, ask questions, and I'm excited for today, definitely.
And then Greg, if you could just share really quickly, obviously, with you traveling with the NFL, you're in Poland, had a chance to experience that, so maybe share a little bit with this group on what they're going to experience today and what that means to you.
Absolutely. So recently I went to Poland it was an NFL trip, and it was focused on military appreciation. So we went to the 11 U.S. Army bases and the one naval base in Poland, and then watched the Super Bowl with troops over there, and it was amazing. Just to learn from them, pick their brains, and try to understand what they go through, because you think until you go and talk to them, and it's 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, kids fresh out of high school that are defending this country. So the perspective gained was unbelievable, and I have an immense amount of support and appreciation for all of our servicemen. So it was an amazing trip. It was a blast, and I extended after the trip and went to a concentration camp to go visit, and drove up through Poland up to Lithuania to find out where my family's from, and see how the Holocaust and see how World War II affected all these places. And obviously we're decades later, but the ripples are still affecting the community. So just seeing where I'm from, seeing how Poland has recovered and how the Jewish community and politicians, African Americans, etc., suffered during the Holocaust, it's eye-opening and perspective shifting. And my whole goal is to just try to learn, because the moment we forget history or just look past it, we don't learn anything, and it can happen again. There's a quote that was saying, silence is always in favor of the oppressor, never the victim. So it's just something I've learned, and I love learning about it and trying to, if I can talk to one person here and hopefully help them change their perspective, I'm happy, and that's all it takes, one person at a time, one day at a time. So being over there in the epicenter of it all, where this country is relatively new, and you see how old Poland and Lithuania are, it's life-changing for sure.
Awesome. Great. Thank you, Greg, and thank you again to everyone here. We're excited to get started on this trip with you, and excited to be here with the JCRC. So we're excited to get going with everyone here today. Thank you so much.